welcome back to my channel, Psychic Goddess Erika, and today I'm bringing to you another pick a card reading. So before we jump into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're here, as well as hit the alert button so you know when I post a new video. And as always, once I show you the numbers for the cards, the timestamps are going to be below for you to go right to your selection, as well as all the information on where you can book a personal in-depth reading with me. Since this is a more general reading, if you want something more in-depth, more in tune to you and your specific situation, the information on where you can book a personal reading with me is going to be below. Also a reminder that this is a timeless video, which means it doesn't matter when you see it. Something can resonate with you. You can even come back to this same video weeks, months, or even years later and select a card, and you can get a whole different card with a whole different message that you need. Or if you somehow do end up with the same message, then it's something that you still need to hear. So this is a pick a card reading on messages from your ancestors. So this is whatever your ancestors want you to know. And I've been, over the past several weeks, I have been really called to look into ancestral work, ancestral healing, talking to my ancestors, working with my ancestors. They've been showing up in many different ways, many different forms to speak to me in my dreams, visions, through the side of my eye, hearing them, many of that. And I've also been seeing a lot of the number 9, and the number 9 is about closing of chapters, some levels of completion, but it's also a space of being in almost like a void space where you're doing a whole lot of inner reflection. If you think of the number 9 in correlation and connection to the Hermit card in the Major Arcana, then it's about asking yourself all the difficult questions, soul searching, trying to find and listen to your inner light before it enters into the number 10 energy, which would be the Wheel of Fortune, which is about giving birth to something new. So I've been in a lot of number 9 space, and the ancestors have been helping me work in that space and work through that space, which is why I felt this pick a card reading was necessary today. So I'm going to show you the cards that I'll be working with today, right now. Okay, so today I'll be working with the Vision Quest Tarot, Hoodoo Tarot, that's H-O-O, and the Ramses Tarot of Eternity. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump on in. So before I show you the numbers, go ahead and take a few, 3 deep breaths and relax and really allow your intuition, your inner voice to guide you. Here are the cards to choose from. Let's go. Okay, take a moment. You can pause this if you like. We have card 1, 2, 3, or 4. Choose whichever one is calling to you. Okay, so for those of you who chose card 1, group 1, let's see what messages your ancestors have for you. And the first message for you guys is the Knave of Chalices, which is also the Page of Cups in traditional tarot. So a lot of you are in this space and in this energy of feeling newness, new emotions, new ways of seeing things, new ways of expressing things, even for some of you, new bursts of creativity or ideas coming through. But it's still in a place of learning through how to go through the experience of these new emotions, these new feelings, and how to express them. And your ancestors are wanting you to know that it's okay to not have all the answers of understanding or knowing why you feel the way you feel. Again, you are in this space, in this beginning of the unknown, and that being okay, because they are here to help navigate you through that unknown energy. And you're meant to be learning lessons within it. Let's see what else comes through. The Father of Air, which is the King of Swords. So even through this energy, you are very smart, you are very intelligent. And this is about, even though you're going through this newness of emotions, what you do know and understand is you have a better perspective on what it is that you've been thinking. And so now your ancestors are trying to help you to express what it is that you have been thinking in a very clear and direct way. So it is also time to really sit in those ideas that you have been having, or the new opportunities that you have been considering taking, and to go for it. And not to be afraid to speak out and speak up in whatever way that means to you. And don't be afraid to speak to them either, because they have been trying to get through and have been trying to talk to you as well. And what I'm hearing right now from them is that they're saying you're smarter than you give yourself credit. Yes, your emotions may feel a little bit all over the place and kind of new, but you're smarter than you know, and you've learned from past experiences. So you should be able to navigate this new chapter in a new way this time. Let's see what else they have to say for you. There it is. And you have the big queen, which is the empress. So this is the energy of remembering and knowing your power of creation, your power of manifestation, your ability to give birth to a new chapter and to a new life and whole new way of living. So whether that's giving new life to a new version of yourself, a new home, a new job, a new career, a new relationship, a new creative outlets, or even for some of you, new life in terms of an actual family or child. Whatever the new life is for you, know that your ancestors are here to help navigate you through it. Listen to them, talk to them, as well as know that they can see the good things ahead, even if you cannot see it right now. You have that big queen energy, male or female, doesn't matter. That divine, feminine, strong, powerful, creative energy is within you to make anything happen basically right now. And they want to see you succeed. So that's what I see for you guys, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Okay, so for those of you who chose card 2, group 2, let's see what messages your ancestors have for you. And your message is the 8 of Wands. So for you guys, a lot of things are happening pretty quickly, and even in many unexpected ways. For some of you, you may be feeling like a whole lot is coming at you all at once from different angles. You may be even receiving different messages all over the place, whether that's messages from spirit, from source, whether that's messages from your ancestors that have been trying to get your attention through signs, symbols, and synchronicities. They've been flying at you, or even if that's other people in your life that have been communicating things to you that maybe you unexpected, or receiving communication that was unexpected. Your ancestors are wanting you to know that during this time of unexpected things happening, and even though a lot of it is happening at once, and all of a sudden things may feel like they're moving, and if they don't feel like they're moving yet, then they soon will begin to start moving and rolling. If you've been in a stagnant place, know that they are here to help you. And every time I see this image, I just can't help but think about ancestors throwing messages at you for you to receive them. And they're just like, we keep showing you this. Do you see it yet? Hear us already. So really pay attention to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities, or repetitive feelings and repetitive thoughts that you've been having, because that is 100% them trying to talk to you, or even if it's a repetitive dream. Let's see what else they have to say. Okay, their next message is the 3 of Air, doubt, 3 of Swords. So they are really almost screaming at you, stop doubting yourself, stop, or even just stop doubting the journey, stop doubting the divine timing of things. Know everything is not going to happen exactly how you want it all the time. Know you're not going to get exactly everything you feel like you wanted, because sometimes the things you think you wanted were not for you. So something better is coming. So stop doubting what is happening, is what they're saying. Again, even though there's a lot happening at once, or feels like there is a lot happening at once, there's a reason for all of it. So stop doubting why it's happening, because once you learn the lessons from it, once you release any kind of disappointment you may still have, or certain things that you felt attached to, know that something better is coming. And they are trying to help you through that. And that's why they're throwing these messages at you hardcore. So even for some of you, these messages could even be red flags that you may just now be realizing or seeing from the past or the present. Let's see what else is coming through. And your message is Big Mama, also known as the sun. So this is the energy of, even though you may have these fears, these doubts, you may have been disappointed or hurt about certain things, there's so much happening at once. Things have been in your face that maybe you've been ignoring, or just change is happening too quick for you, whether it's good or bad. It's kind of hard for you to find your balance. Big Mama, also known as the sun, is here to give you that warm, nurturing energy. And know that there's good things to come. There's reason to be happy. There's reason to be optimistic. Joy is coming. Whether you feel it now or not, joy, happiness, warmth, understanding is on the way. So, and they are here to help provide that for you. They have been trying to nurture you this whole time. You just have to allow yourself to open up and feel your ancestors that have been here for you this whole time, trying to let you know there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to fear. This too shall pass. So this is what I see for you guys, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. All right, so for those of you who chose card 3, group 3, let's see what your ancestors have to say to you. And your message is the 5 of Pentacles. So many of you may feel like things are coming and going. And if it's money that you're worried about, it may feel like either you have to spend a lot, or it's just that you maybe feel like you don't have enough, or maybe for some of you, you keep getting money, but then it's going out again. And a lot of you are battling insecurity. If you see the energy of this woman here, she is, battling a sickness. So for many of you, you may also be feeling a bit depleted, or just not your best self, or feeling very insecure. But know that your ancestor, your team around you, which is, I feel, all these people trying to help her, are trying to help raise you back up. And they also want you to know, what I'm hearing is that they can't do it all for you, though. You also have to want to make the change yourself. You also have to remember that happiness isn't something you find. It isn't something that just happens out of nowhere. It isn't something that somebody can just come and just help you to have. It's something you have to create for yourself. So although they're trying to give you all the tools, all the medicine you need, all the wisdom you need, and helping you along the way, your ancestors have been there trying to help push you to realize that you have to get up and want to make that change for yourself. So whether it's you feeling depleted of energy, or sickness, or insecurity, or just doubting yourself, or whether it's money struggles, because remember, money is an external representation of how you value yourself. Money is value, money is energy. So if you're depleted of energy and not feeling good, your money will reflect that. And if you are in situations that make you feel less worthy or not your best self, your money will reflect that. Your material items will reflect that. So it's time for you to get up and start working on your self-love, self-confidence, and start that journey, whatever way you need to do for yourself, so that you can see your physical surroundings, your finances, your home, whatever it is, begin to increase and pick up in abundance. And they're trying to help you to realize that. Let's see what else is coming through. I just saw the Lover's card too. So I also feel like a lot of you need to just really know and understand that there is love all around you already as is. So continue to give appreciation for it. Let's see what else comes through. And your ancestors are definitely trying to show you love. They're trying to help you and protect you. Okay, the next message is the 7 of Fire, Endurance, which is the 7 of Wands. So this is a reminder that this is not the time to back down. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to stop trying. It's a time to stand your ground. It's a time to speak to your truth. It's a time to raise your standards, is what I'm hearing very strongly. You need to raise your standards, whoever's seeing this group. Your ancestors are like, why do you keep doing this? Raise your standards. And this is also a time to set boundaries with certain people in certain situations. And they've been trying to show you for quite a while that you need to set more boundaries before you end up even further sick or depleted of resources or of energy like she is here. So set your boundaries, and let's see what else they have to say for you. And funny enough, look what is coming up. The ancestors card is right there as a message too. They are coming through so strong for you guys. And so what I'm also hearing from them is, if for some of you there's been any kind of worry or fear or concern about death, and that transition into returning to source, they don't want you to fear it. They do not want you to fear it. whether it's just been the idea or concept of it, like the theory of you questioning it and what it means and what happens. They're saying it's nothing to fear. Let's see what else comes through. Okay, so the message for you guys is also the Two of Knives, which is the Two of Swords. So this is the feeling of indecision, confusion, being kind of caught in between worlds, in the in-between. So if you have been feeling stuck and confused about something, how to go about something, how to make change, what to do, why something keeps happening, why you're feeling this way, all of these kinds of questions. Know that you already know the answer within, but it's just a matter of how you deal with it. And it's time to make a choice, because you can go either direction, which is represented by the knives here, or the swords in traditional tarot, which is two different mindsets about something, or two different perspectives. So you already have the knowledge you need to make a choice. It's just a matter of finally making a choice right now, because a lot of the reason you're feeling sick or depleted or stuck or depressed or sad or anxious or shameful, whatever it is because you haven't made a choice, and you're just allowing yourself to feel stuck in the in-between. And Spirit is saying you've been there long enough. So set those boundaries, stand your ground, raise your standards, and make a choice, and make that choice that you know what is best for you, healthiest for you, the one that brings you inner peace. And a lot of the time you already know what that is. Whenever I see the Two of Swords, it's like a lot of the time you already know what the choice needs to be. It's just sometimes it's the choice that feels a little bit more challenging or requires more change, and change may sometimes be uncomfortable, but it's time. So that's what I see for you guys. Hopefully it was helpful, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Okay, finally, my last group, card 4, group 4. Let's see what messages your ancestors have for you. And your message is strength. So it's really, really important for you guys to really tap into your own inner strength at this time. Believe in yourself more. Time to tap into your confidence. And if you don't feel confident, it's time to work on that. It's time to find ways to value yourself, know yourself, because you have the strength to get through. You're stronger than you know. Think about all the things you've overcome in your past, and you're still here and you're still growing. And what I'm also hearing them say strongly is that any kind of movement is progression. If you're moving forward, you're making progression, even if it's very slow and feels like very small, turtle-like, slow baby steps. If you're moving backwards, if you're moving at all, you're still making progress. You're still progressing, because sometimes you have to remember moving backwards, or what feels like a step back, or moving backwards is actually a step forward, because maybe the direction you were headed wasn't for you, or wasn't in your highest good, or it was the wrong time. So a step backwards can also be a time for you to reevaluate, gather yourself again, recollect your thoughts, your standards, your values, whatever it is for you, to move in a direction that is better for you. So that is what I'm hearing. Let's see what else is coming through for you guys. Okay, and your message is the Ace of Earth, the Ace of Pentacles, which is also about manifestation. You are finally realizing the power you have, the strength that you have, and that is bringing about results in your manifestations. It's bringing about results for you finally, things coming to fruition, things manifesting. The crops and the seeds that you had been planting symbolically, now finally breaking through the soil, breaking through the ground, and coming into your reality, into your space. So you're beginning to see positive results. And also for many of you, this is about abundance and wealth coming to you. And no, abundance and wealth is not always about money, it's about blessings. But for some of you, yes, it does mean money picking up. If finances have been a huge concern for you, money is, or will soon be, beginning to pick up and show profit. You're going to begin to see real results coming about because of all of the strength and the power that you have, and that you are beginning to tap into and step into. And so continue to step into that. Let's see what else they want you to know. Okay, and so this is Railroad Bill, also known as the Chariot in traditional tarot, and this is about movement, transportation, travel, journey, moving along, action being taken. So you are moving forward. Remember earlier when I talked about movement, if you're moving one way or the other, you're making progress, whether it's moving forward, whether it's moving fast, whether it's moving slowly, or even if it feels like you're moving backwards, but you're moving. As long as transportation in some direction is happening, you are making progress towards your goals, towards your manifestations coming about. So for some of you, this is a time to continue taking action, to continue to understand and know that you're overcoming past battles, past struggle, to know that you are making progress. And so continue to focus on your journey and the direction that you are traveling. So use this time to really continue to be in touch with yourself and what it is you want to, the direction you want to travel towards the future of your desires. But in order to know where you want to go, you have to know who you are. You have to have a good idea of who you are as a person, as an individual, your standards, your wants, your needs, your desires, what you've learned from past experiences, so you don't keep repeating certain things that you don't want to repeat. But either way, you're making movement, and your ancestors are along for you, along on this ride, this journey with you. See him right there and all of them around. They're with you on this journey. You're not making this journey alone. So for a lot of you that feel like you have to do a lot yourself, you're not doing it by yourself. Your ancestors have been here the whole time talking to you and alongside with you on this journey. So you're making progress, and understand that you will begin to see your results, and your ancestors have been here trying to help you. So don't be afraid to talk to them. Don't be afraid to acknowledge them. Don't be afraid to give thanks and gratitude to them as well. So hopefully this was helpful. This is what I see for you guys, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.